Welcome to Oldham Homestead, where the road don't go down here. Put away for it, not to tear it up.
Roads ain't go down here. Trucks jack up, throw it in high gear. Tennessee shine in a red solo cup. 808 boom, I'm about to tear it up. Moonlight glow, girl, slide on in. Old dog riding with a backwoods grin. I was raised where the river runs cold, where the prayers stay strong and the stories get told. Bonfire high, got the smoke rolling wide. Got my hand on the wheel, got my baby by my side. Old dog pull up, speakers about to break. 28 spinning on a candy blue tank. Ain't no city lights, just a Tennessee breeze. Sipping on shine, got the world at ease. Ooh, take it slow, let the night ride out. Let the bass line knock, let the stars shine down. Slide a little closer, let me whisper in your ear. In a place like this, we stay wild out here. The roads ain't go down here. Trucks jack up, throw it in high gear. Tennessee shine in a red solo cup. 808 boom, about to tear it up. Moonlight glow, girl, slide on in. Dog riding with a backwoods grin. Yeah, we wild, yeah, we free. Living life just how it's meant to be. From the hills to the holler, it's family. Old dog ripping, yeah, they all know me. From the woods to the creek, we riding all night. Old dog rapping, yeah, we do it real right. Bass so strong, make the whole truck shake. Ain't no stopping when we hit that gate. The roads ain't go down here. Trucks jack up, throw it in high gear. Tennessee shine in a red solo cup. 808 boom, about to tear it up. Moonlight glow, girl, slide on in. Old dog riding with a backwoods grin. Dog riding with a backwoods grin. Dog riding with a backwoods grin.
Welcome to Oldham Homestead. Thank y'all for coming. Happy Mac, Salon Diva, Just One Elliot. Thank y'all for coming. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all week been so far? Hope y'all been getting some warm temperature. I know ours is heating up, but we dropping back down back cold starting next week. And some more people getting in here. If they do, we're gonna talk about some of the do's and the don'ts. Man. And we can still get it off our chest too after we get finished talking about this. I'll put the link up. Until some more people come in, I'll let y'all hear another song I've been making. I like this one. It's Tennessee anthem right here. You know I'm from Tennessee, so I gotta love it.
Hey, yo, yeah. Old dog in the building, Tennessee, stand up. Full nation Titans pledge already. Rocky Top, rockin' Broadway lit. Tennessee ride, let's go. Let's go. Hey, no. Let's go. Born in the hills where the rivers run deep. Moonshine cold, but the grind don't sleep. A dog riding through that 86.5. Orange and white in a kneeling vibe. Big bass knocking on a back road ride. Got my boots in the mud, but my drip so fly. Nashville nights, we don't know last call. A dog running plays like we running that ball. From the smokies to the city, we stay turned up. If you reppin' Tennessee, throw the T's up. Red cups up, let's toast to the south. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. Tennessee, hands up, ride out. Balls on the field, Titans going lights out. Boots in the dirt, but we still say south. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. Dog in the truck, got the subwoofers bumping. Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry trucking. Preds on the ice, whole squad stay wild. We don't back down, that's a southern lifestyle. They uptown stunting, Jack on the rocks. Bonnaroo buzzing, beats don't stop. Banjo strumming with an 808 kick. This that Tennessee wave, better hop on quick. Who run it? Tennessee. Who want it? Tennessee. From the hills to the field, we real can't chill. Oh, dog on go, what's the deal? Tennessee, hands up, ride out. Balls on the field, Titans going lights out. Boots in the dirt, but we still say south. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. It's the Tennessee heat. Oh, dog booming out your Jeep. Smoky Mountain Views, Music City dreams. This that backwoods trap with a country theme. Oh, dog, Tennessee, country rap banger. Ball name, time out, smash.
Yes, sir. Tennessee. Who run it? Devora. What's going on, bro? Growing what I eat. Hey, make sure you come out Sunday at 1:30. We're gonna have a members only live. Garden is great. J3, what's going on, bro? How y'all doing this week? Hope everybody's starting their season. I know it's starting to get warm, but we still got some more warm, cold weather coming our way. Starting, I think Sunday night or Monday night is supposed to be getting back down in the 30s, and I think for a few days it's gonna be down in the 30s at night. But we've been getting up in the 70s. Today we got 72. Yesterday I think it was only 60 something. The day before I think it was 70 something. So we started, but we got rain yesterday, the day before, and some today. I mean that's a good thing too. I'm starting to get a few things out. Just planted some potatoes. Starting to get a few things in too. That's what I'm gonna show y'all on that members only live. Some of the things I got in. I got some shirts in too. I'm gonna be giving some of that away, and I'm gonna be giving a few cash apps away on the members only live on Sunday. CC, what's going on, CC? But tonight I want to talk about. We can do some get it off your chest after I go over a few things I want to go over. Some of the do's and the don'ts. Some of my do's and don'ts anyway. It helps some gardeners out. It's a lot of new gardeners in. She said it's a lot of new gardeners joining the community, and it's the best time because this world is crazy right now, and the price of everything is through the roof. Seen Cece out there working her garden board, putting in that work, putting all them wood chips down. That's what's up. Queen Althea. I think that's how he said. Thank you for coming. How y'all doing this week? But 5 of my garden do's. The first one I want to talk about is feeding your soil instead of your plants. Because plants don't take up compost. The soil breaks it down for it to be able to take it up. Soil health is very important. Soil health is when you wellness with Frugal Mama. Thanks for coming. Soil health is when you build in your soil, like with compost, mulch. Mulch is very important. Organic matter like food scrap, leaves. When you shred leaves, that's more for fertilizer. That's gonna break down a lot faster. When you don't shred them, that's more. I don't like the way this screen looks. When you don't shred them, that's more like a mulch. It's still gonna break down and feed your plants, but it's more like a mulch. It takes a lot longer time to break down. Smart watering is another one. When you're talking about smart watering, deeper, more frequent. Deeper watering is a lot better than watering every day. You can deep water that plant, and it's gonna have to go down and search for them soils. Teasy, how you doing today, Teasy? Y'all give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Deep watering is a lot better because your plants actually gonna have to dig deep into that soil to get down to that water moisture. Overwatering is one of the don'ts. When you overwater your plant, you kill more plants by overwatering you do not watering. You kill more plants by overwatering you do by not watering. Plant rotation is another one. I'm bad about this. Sometimes I'll plant stuff in the same spot for 2 or 3 years in a row before I move it. And that does cause a lot of disease. Planting plants too close together is another one. And I'm bad about that. I appreciate it, bro. I'm bad about that. Because I got such a small space, so I try to pack a lot of stuff in, and I don't give some stuff time to sweating over there. Church tab. Yeah, yeah. It's hot in here. That's why I just got up and turned that fan on. It is hot in here. It's still right now 62 degrees. 62 degrees, plus I just got out the shower. Companion plant. Companion plant can be good for a lot of things, like tomatoes. Rudy, tomatoes and potatoes do not go together. They both nightshades and they cause issues. Onion, devil balls and carrots. perfect companion plants. Perfect, perfect companion plant. Because them onions is gonna keep that beetle off your carrots. So they work good together. Marigolds and basil around tomatoes. It's another good one to plant together. It repels a lot of insects. There's little smaller things like that. The smaller things like that. Devil balls onions don't go together. Devil balls and oatmeal. They sure don't. That's like attempted murder when it comes to me. I can't eat them, man. I don't know. Some people can, but not me. I've tried it in all different forms. What powder form I can't eat, but man, onions is just not for me. Onions is not for me. I got quite a few new things in that I'm gonna plant, and most of my stuff. Onions are natural bug repellents. That's good to know. Yeah, onions, garlic, leeks. One more minute. Onions, garlic, leeks. It's all good. Cassandra, thanks for coming. It's all good to deter pests. Over fertilizing can kill plants a lot faster than most people realize. You don't have to fertilize your plants every day. Most of the synthetic fertilizer we use will cause usually cause more harm than it does good. It puts salt into the ground, and that really stops your plant from taking up a lot of value nutrients that it needs. And knowing what type of fertilizer your plants need is a big thing. If you got a tomato plant that's 12 foot tall and no blooms in sight, what do you think the cause of that is? Too much nitrogen. Too much nitrogen. Is that better than neem? What better than neem? Granulated fertilizer? Oh, you talking about far as deterring pests. Natural is always better than something you actually add. Neem oil, it don't really work for me, man. I'm like some of the people. I've tried neem oil, cold pressed neem oil. It don't really work for me. It really don't work out for me at all, like it does for some people. Yeah, it don't really work out for me like it does for some people. Uh, diatomaceous earth. It works for some people. It don't really work for me. I've tried it on some things. It don't really work for me. But I know it works on killing bugs, but it don't really. All that reapplying is one thing. After you water or you give a rain, and you have to keep reapplying, keep reapplying, it just really don't work. It doesn't really work for you either. I mean, it's got its place, but to me, it seems like dish Castile soap or dish soap works a lot better. I mean, it's gonna smother the insect out. It's gonna keep it from breathing, and it seems to work a lot better and a lot faster for me. Tuber chat, thank you for coming. You know, everybody talks about. I know you hear a lot of people saying, Overwatering is one of the main killers of plants. I appreciate it. Just by sticking your finger in the soil, you can tell. Loose it. You can tell if it's dry or not. Tomatoes. If you plant tomatoes too close together, if one catch blight, most of them gonna catch blight because they real close together. So it's just gonna spread to the next one. Sun. It's another one. You read on the back of seed package or a tree, and it tells you this requires 6 to 8 hours of sun, but you stick it in the shade where it's only gonna get 4 or 5 hours. Then it's less likely to grow as good. I know for me, from experience, blueberries. I had my blueberries planted for 3 years up in the spot where I only got sun maybe 4 hours a day. I got blueberries, yes I did. Did I get as many as I do since I moved them to full sun? No, I don't. I didn't get as many as I do now. I got some, but not as many as I get now. I mean, little things like that. People say, "Well, it really don't matter," but yeah, it really does. If you can plant something that needs shade, that grows best in shade, and you plant it in full sun, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna kill it because it's gonna be too hot and it's gonna fry it. It's gonna fry it. And mulching is one of our best friends in the garden around our fruit trees and all that. I don't know what kind of you can either be wood chips, shredded leaves, or whole leaves, straw. All that is gonna retain moisture. It's gonna break down and it's gonna feed your soil, and you don't have to add all these other soil. It's We're not talking about how I use peat moss a lot more. I mean, I don't use peat moss as much as I do soil conditioner. Soil conditioner actually has some nutrients in it, which peat moss, the NPK ratio for peat moss is either 1:1:1. I mean, for soil conditioner, the NPK ratio is 1:1:1 to 4:4:4. Where for stagnant peat moss is strictly 0:0:0. Only thing the peat moss really does is acidify the soil, where the soil conditioner is actually going to retain moisture. It's going to provide some nutrients to your plants, and it's going to feed them a little bit. And it's a lot cheaper. And you hear it all the time how we're running out of peat moss. So soil conditioner is a good backup if you're just looking for some organic material to add to your soil that's actually going to feed your soil instead of trying to find that acidity. This year I'll be saving seeds, adopting garden, and growing parts of my garden. Yes, sir. So I use soil conditioner a lot because, like I said, it's cheap. I use it in my container trees. I use it to fill up my garden beds. I use a lot of topsoil too, instead of buying garden soil and for my raised beds and stuff like that. When I'm refilling a raised bed or filling up a raised bed, I use more topsoil than I do garden soil because it's cheaper. And if you read on it, your garden soil bags, they only feed for so many months. So you still gonna have to keep adding your organic matter for it to feed throughout the months. I got to the pH level for peat moss is and this is stagnant peat moss. That's another thing. We buy peat moss. Some of the peat moss don't work like we think it should. We think we buy peat moss. It should just be all the same. It's gonna lower our pH. But all peat moss don't really do that. Some of this generic stuff don't work like it's the stagnant peat moss. So it's really got to be that stagnant peat moss, and it's gonna give you soil acidity 3.0 to 4.5, and that's what blueberries and rhododendrons, citrus love, peat moss. Everyday life of an OCD is chick. Thank you for coming. But if you just want something to keep your soil, the moisture in your soil conditioner, you can't go wrong with it. It's gonna feed it. It's gonna keep the moisture in it a lot longer, and it's a lot cheaper than peat moss. I'm telling you, I can buy 2 big bags of soil conditioner for less than I can 1 bag of peat moss nowadays. Because peat moss here, and I just went and got some soil. Peat moss here is $18 now for a bag of peat moss. Well, actually, I can get three bags of soil conditioner for 1 bag of that peat moss, stagnant peat moss. But everything I'm getting in that's new this year is going in containers. So like I said, I'm really hoping to get this place gone by fall. I'm really hoping to get this place gone by fall. So everything I'm getting now is going in containers. Because fall, I still have a lot of stuff I have to dig up and transplant, dig up to take with me. I mean, so I'm not leaving my stuff. You know, I put in too much effort, too much time, and pay way too much money for stuff I got. I did show y'all a couple of the new things I got in my last video, which is the American cranberry bushes. I got 4 of those. Uh, I've rooted a Chicago Hardy fig. I got some more fig variety cuttings that I'm rooting now. And most all my fig cuttings that I've took the end of fall, almost every one of them has roots now, and I'm starting to pot them up. I heard if you put a corn cob in your container, it will hold moisture. It will. It will. I've done this. I've not a corn cob, but I have actually put cardboard in containers to hold moisture and to because I don't know if you know this, cardboard is like candy to your earthworms and stuff like that. You can take cardboard, put it on the ground, put something to hold it down for a couple of days, and go back and wet it down real good. Go back in a couple of days, you can see all type of soil life underneath it. You're gonna find worms, everything. They're gonna be on there trying to break down that cardboard. They eat it like candy. I'm switching from containers to raised beds. Yeah, more space, less watering. Yeah, when you get your land, take every if you can. Or I'll probably do some air layers on some of my bigger stuff that I might not. And I keep saying I might. I'm probably gonna dig them up anyway. I might have to cut them back a lot. I might lose. They might suffer for the first couple of years, but still, I mean, I got a big Alberta peach out there that's going into its 7th season. Tifa pear going into its 6th season. Mungo pear is going into its 7th season. And I mean, these ain't small trees. These some big trees. I might lose a lot of the roots and have to cut back a lot of the top, but they going with me. Every fig I got, they going with me. Every blueberry, they going with me. What's going on growing out the box, they going with me. I'm gonna work on finding my area where I can get the most sunlight And I'm glad I didn't put my big greenhouse up because I don't want to have to go through all the trouble taking that down either. I can get it up, put it in a spot where it's gonna be forever, ever. Then I can start doing more stuff, and I can add more stuff because a lot more land. So endless possibilities, endless. Be able to get them chickens and stuff that I want. I was raised on a hog farm. My family they had a big hog farm, so I'm definitely gonna have some hogs. Every strawberry too, yes sir. Every single one. All five varieties of bananas. I got five pear varieties now. I got a new pear variety, the one I've been wanting. Got it, finally got it. It's yeah, I already got it's the same, not in the same areas, farther out in the country on more land, so can't beat that. I'm hoping anyway. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what's best. We're getting older. Ain't no sense to keep sitting around waiting. I'm getting old anyway. Yeah, this it's some of the things I've done that really had an impact on my growing here. It's just working on my soil. Because most places here it's hard clay soil. You got maybe 6 inches of topsoil, and then the rest is pretty much hard clay. Clay do got some nutrition values in it. It does. But as far as your vegetable garden, your annual garden, it really needs that soft, loomy soil for them roots to be able to dig down deep and get into it. It really needs that. And for years, trying to till up ground, it never really worked out like I wanted to. And my crops never did as good as they do now because I didn't work. I did like the natural farmers. I tilled the ground, threw a little compost down, planted stuff. Never really worked out good. Never really worked out good. But when I started doing shredded leaves, I started getting wood chips in, putting that down, letting that break down. It really changed the game. My soil now in my garden spots, you can just take your hand and just dig down with your hands, and it's not rough. It's not rough. It's so loose and loomy and dark and rich that stuff grows in it great. Feeding feeding my fruit trees and stuff with wood chips, my homemade compost, shredded leaves, it made a big difference. It made a big difference. For years I had one, two big peach trees and two Granny Smith apple trees, which I still got one Granny Smith apple tree up there that I had when I first moved in. I think I planted like the second year we moved in. It was supposed to be a dwarf Granny Smith variety. Never flowered the first time. And it's like about 16 years. Never flowered the first time. That second one standard, it flowered and it fruited from like the second year on. But it always struggled. It always struggled. The apples didn't get as big as they should. Yeah, we still use them for cooked apples and canned apples and just fresh eaten apples, but they didn't get to their full potential. I always let grass growing around them. Never did. The only thing I did was weeded it around. Never put any effort into pruning. Never compost around them. I didn't do none of that to these trees, and they really suffered. My peach trees that I had, they always kept brown rot. They always got leaf curl, they always suffer. And that was just on me because I didn't know better. I just bought fruit trees and stuck them in the ground and never really did nothing to them. Suzanne, thank you for coming. I use a lot of topsoil, wood chips, and pine straw. Yeah, that organic, we got to feed our soil. Instead of thinking about feeding your plants, you really want to think about feeding your soil because that really does the best out of anything. This organic, this, how you want to say it? I think how to say it. The synthetic fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, that's just like a temporary thing. It's just like a temporary thing. The compost, your shredded leaves, your kitchen scraps, even in containers, I compost in my containers. I'll add shredded leaves in the bottom of my containers. With my shredded leaves, I always shred up grass clippings, and it's like it's composting inside there, and I add my soil on top of it, and it feeds my trees thrive once I up pot them with that. They thrive in the spring. All the fall trees. The last hurricane come through, most showed me some super cheap. I seen mounts of it today. It's still plenty of trees still to be up. Yeah. Cali Homestead with Pooh Bear. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you coming. How you doing this week? Yeah. I'll pin the link to the top of the chat if anybody want to come up. Right now I'm just random. But this year, I do think we're gonna have some with this weather, as long as that late frost don't knock us out. It's looking like it's gonna be a promising year for most of our fruit trees and blueberry bushes and figs too, because most of my figs, like most years, they die back. This year, not too many of them died back, which I usually get figs anyway because it seems like after that second year, they grow a lot faster. They start producing a lot sooner. And in the dirt dropping seeds. One fig variety that I wanted, I got that one. Well, two of them I wanted, I got that one. That one pair that I wanted, I got that one. I got them shirts in that for the members that I'm gonna be giving away on a live on the members on the live Sunday. Homestead with Rachel. Yeah, some trees breaking buds. Soon it's still sleeping though. It's like our tulips. We got tulips planted in the ground. Now the tulips they already busting ground. A lot of my blueberries, the buds is already swelling. I hadn't really seen no fruit trees busting right now. But the tulips always come first, and then after that, usually the Nat King cherries will break before anything else. And after that, it's just usually off to the races. The peach trees will start, then the grapes, then it's usually the apples and the pears. The apples and the pears, they usually break about the same time. Usually the figs is the last thing that wakes up for me. And that's even when I had them over in full sun on fig. I call it the fig row. I had them over in full sun on the south side, and they still was the last things to wake up. Y'all getting snow again on Tuesday? Ooh, Lord. I hope we don't get no more. I have my tomatoes, herbs, etc. starting indoors for spring. Yeah, I got to get me some tomatoes started. I hadn't started tomatoes. I started. I have had no good luck this year with carrots or spinach. Carrots and spinach. I don't know if it's just my old seeds. No, the carrot seeds was new. Carrot seeds was new. Spinach seeds were new too. I put them on the heating pad, so maybe in the next couple of days they might break. But everything else I pretty much done it's done broken. It's growing pretty good. Like the marigolds, I already got marigolds growing. Got like 6 different types of peppers growing: serrano peppers, green peppers, jalapeno peppers, long cayenne peppers, regular cayenne peppers. My bunching onions that I started, they hadn't started. I started some of them a couple weeks ago, and they still hadn't broke yet. So some things are doing good, some things don't. I don't use too much light. I knew I got some sunlight strips on them and heating pads under some of them, but I don't do too much of the lights, the grow lights and stuff. Once I get these figs up potted, now I'll have to put them on the grow lights. And like I said, that my figs, I tried 2 different methods this year. Well, 3 actually to root figs. I tried regular soil. I tried the play sand, and I tried just water. And to me, by far, the play sand, they root a lot faster in that play sand than they do in water or the soil. Less issues in the play sand than in the water or the soil. The soil, I seen more issues of fungus growing on it. I had to spray them with water and peroxide, kill that off. But the sand, not one issue. The water, I think I had 2 or 3 that didn't make it, that's passed. But everyone I put in the sand has rooted, every single one of them. The Chicago Hardy, I only had that 3 weeks. Had it in play sand, full of roots. It was in so much full of roots that I was able to go ahead and pot that up last week. Now it's growing outside by itself with the rest of my trees. It just I tried different techniques to see which one works best and which one works faster. And as far as rooting figs in the fall time, the winter time, for me, I think it's the play sand that works the best. I think because it holds more heat in and more moisture. Butter roll. So where do you get the play sand from? You can get bags of it from Walmart. You can get it from Lowe's. You can get it from Home Depot. Or I think Tractor Supply might even have some. That's what we do. When you grow a lot, you can experiment a lot more. You can take cuttings and try to root them. You can try to do stuff like grafting. If you got 4 or 5 citrus trees and you get some seeds out of one of the fruits, why not try to grow a seedling? It might take years for it to flower, but you can graft on that tree from a variety that's already flowering, and you turn it into like a Frankenstein tree, and you can have different fruit on one tree. It's like I had a Morris blood orange that died back to all the way back to the rootstock, and now it's like 7 foot tall. So I'm starting to graft on that. I grafted. I tried last year to graft both Nagami and Meatwall kumquat on it. They didn't take. I think because I think a squirrel knocked them off. And then I put them back on. I think it was too late. They already dried out. But I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try to graft brown celeste onto it. I'm gonna try to graft that Nagami and Meatwall kumquat onto it. I'm gonna try to graft Moore's blood orange onto it. Just different varieties. We can experiment with stuff like that. Air layers. If you want other trees, air layers. Easy way to go. As far as cutting stuff, I found that roots really good with cutting grapes. Grapes one of the easiest things to root from cutting, just like figs. Uh, my white and my pink guava, they root really good from cutting. I hadn't really tried a cutting on that Mexican cream. I tried an air layer and it didn't take. First year I didn't try grow lights in my greenhouse. Everything looked okay for the most part. Just used the heater this year. I was looking at a heater over on the tiki talkie machine, and it was a bad little heater. It wasn't that much either. It's temperature controlled, but I want to get to a place where I can dig down deep enough and have my greenhouse deep enough so I can like cover the north side with dirt, and then just have the south side and maybe the ground and compost and wood chips and stuff like that can keep it insulated so I can actually grow. I want to actually grow in ground here orange trees like satsumas and boar's blood orange and stuff like that. That stuff that really don't grow here. I don't want to keep them in container. And as far as my guavas, they 8 and 9 foot tall. They in 40 and 50 gallon containers. I don't want to have to keep dragging them in and out. Well, I'm getting old. I'm gonna be 50 years old this year. Lifting all that, it wears you out. Am I gonna stop growing? No. Am I gonna stop buying citrus? Probably not. So I'm just going to experiment. I've seen some people do it in colder climates. I've seen people in Canada have greenhouses that just is either geothermal or they just dig down and they cover that north side of that wall and the ground temperature stays above 50 degrees. So they able to grow stuff like that there. So I mean that's amazing. That's stuff I want to do. I want to experiment. I want to try. And if I can get seedlings and try with that I ain't got to worry too much about, why not? That would have been on my plan here all along. I grow seedlings and I'll stick them in the ground and see if I can get them to survive through winter. If they survive through winter for a couple of years, then man, that's awesome. And if they survive long enough for them to actually fruit, that'd be even better. But so far here, the only citrus I can put in the ground that's actually survived is the flying dragon or trifoliage orange. That's really the only thing. Those containers ain't no joke. Had a leak underground under my greenhouse. Had to move everything out and then move the greenhouse over. That was a job. Wasn't too happy about that. I swear, it is some work. Gardening is some work. I don't care what nobody say. Gardening is some work, especially if you're an advocate grower. And if you got a lot of container stuff, I don't like. I tried growing potatoes in them wash tubs. You see them big wash tubs you can get from Wally World. I tried potatoes in that. I tried potatoes in grow bags, which they did okay. I mean, they did okay. But the problem is all the excess watering I have to do when they're in containers. That really, really, really sucks. It really does. My big container trees, I water them every other day in the summertime. I try to deep water them so I don't have to water them every day. But every other day is still a lot. When the garden, I really don't have to water like that. Yeah, reaping the harvest is beneficial. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you going. But the first 3 years, I'm telling you, the harvest was not plentiful. It was like, man, why am I doing this? I got blisters on my hands. I'm out here in this heat, 110 degrees every day when I get off work for 3 and 4 hours. Out here pulling weeds. And Bermuda grass is terrible. I'm pulling Bermuda grass mainly, and I'm barely getting anything. Yeah, I got to get back into making more videos. I really slacked off too about making videos. This winter time plus a lot of things going on right now. Yeah, get that forever place where you can put them trees in the ground. Yeah, that's that's the whole plan. A fruit tree is an investment. It's an investment into the future. That's why I look at it. I bought so many trees that were small that I actually had to grow up, and which I don't mind because they get acclimated to my climate, to my soil condition. They know when to flower, when not to flower. Miss Linda, how you doing tonight? And I know their behaviors. I know what it's like when they drooping over. I know either it's too much water or not enough water. When they drop leaves, I kind of know why. Because I watched them grow up for so many years. That's why I don't like buying stuff that's really huge, huge. I know I've seen some people buy trees that's already 7 to 8 foot tall. But and them trees, they really suffer more when you put them in the ground because they so used to being on that fertilizer that they give them, and they fertilize their trees in these nurseries and stuff a lot. And you don't fertilize them like that, they end up struggling. And plus, they could be root bound when you get them. They that big and they in a 5 gallon container, and the root balls is already circling. I found if I buy bare root or trees not as big, they tend to do a lot better, and they tend to grow a lot faster than the big ones that I buy from the big box stores. Like my Alberta peach, I got it from the big box store, and the first 2 years that I had it, it really didn't grow much at all. I mean, barely anything. But well, the first 3 years I had it, it really didn't grow much at all. It flowered that third year, but I pulled everything off because it was just small. It was small. I grabbed about 8 and went down the road. I turned around and grabbed the rest, about 5 more. Yeah, water catchment, and that's I got one big I think it's a 55-gallon drum that I put on the side of my outbuilding. So when the water comes off of that, that's just mainly for me to use to water mainly my container trees and my fig trees. And I water the garden with it when I make super juice out of it. I put super juice in it and I water my garden. I love my fruit trees. Want more. You can't never have too many fruit trees. If I count and remind you, I'm on a little bit over half an acre right now. And now I have what? 5 pear trees, 9 apple trees, two apple, two cherry trees, 27 fig trees, 18 blueberries, 9 grapevines, 3 peach trees, 3 plum trees, gooseberries, strawberries. I grow a lot, and it's good to have a variety because every year things don't do the same. You ain't gonna get a good crop of peaches every year. You ain't gonna get a good crop of apples every year. You ain't gonna get a good crop of pears every year. Some years stuff suffer, but you might get an excellent harvest of strawberries or blueberries or grapes. That's why you grow diversity, different stuff. And when I do actually move and get stuff, it won't be planted the same because I have more land. So stuff will be spread out farther apart, and I won't plant stuff the same way. I won't have all the apples together. It'll be more like an apple pear, pear apple, or pear fig. All the figs won't just be all figs. I want to keep stuff separated from each other because, like, if I have something that targets my apple, it won't get all of them because they not all close together. And I'll have more room so I don't have to prune stuff like I usually prune it. I can actually let the grapes grow a lot longer than they grow now. You get a lot more grapes. But the way they grow now, I mean, I get enough grapes for my family and probably two or three other families because I got so many grapevines and they grow great. Grapes are, you get the right varieties, that is. Like for me, on Concord grapes, I always had problems with a black rot. That's when the grapes get a certain size, then they start get that little spot on them and start rotting and falling off. And that was on the Concord grapes. The Niagara grapes that I got now don't really have that problem. The blue Concord grapes that I got the year before last, they don't have that problem. The Carlos Muscadine, which is more like a jelly and jam grapes because the skin is a lot thicker, so you don't really want to eat that thick skin. They like a jelly and jam or wine type grape. They don't get that problem. Miss Garrett, how you doing? Doing a little research into diseases that in your area really helps you a lot in determining about before you buy stuff. Like I was saying, I had two peach trees. Can't remember the variety. I think I got them when we moved. We was living here for 2 years, and they always got leaf curls and brown rot. I didn't do my research. I just wanted some fruit trees, and I didn't take care of them. All I did was weed it around them and pick fruit from them. Didn't really prune them. The peach trees used to produce a lot, but most of them fell off because they had brown rot. But sometimes they got so big on the tree and so heavy that they just broke the branches. That's why I do a lot of tipping. Uh, that's why I call it tipping, but it's thin cutting. I cut the tips so they don't shoot out them peaches, big clusters of peaches are right on the tip that breaks the branches. And I thin them out now. I'll try my hand again at the muscadines this year. They got a lot of different varieties. Muscadines are hardy, man. They are hardy and they will grow like crazy. I got the Carlos muscadine. It was a great muscadine. I forgot what kind it was, but I wanted to try that one, but I'm not. I did get another grapevine. Uh, I forgot the variety. I think I want to say it's a Thompson, but I just planted it bare root maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I got all my pruning done. I was gonna spray again, which I'm behind. I wanted to spray last Saturday, but it was so windy. I didn't want to take the chance of, not getting it on my trees good. Muscadines grow wild in my area. I've seen a lot of people say that. I watch quite a few people that where they get muscadines growing wild in their area. In which we get some little vines that comes up. I don't really know if they muscadines because I ain't never really seen no grapes on them. But they look like grapevines, but I ain't never really seen no grapes on them. I'm thinking that's something else. It's like it's a lot of stuff that I see that I didn't even know what it was till I watched videos on here. It's like yellow rod. Yellow rod's been growing up on my ditch line since I lived here and never knew what it was until a couple years ago. Never knew what it was. I bought a black lace elderberry maybe 4 years ago. And I was outside at my job and they everywhere. They everywhere out there. And like I was saying about the pawpaw tree, when I was a kid in the woods, it was always pawpaw trees in the woods. And now when you go in the woods, you don't see it like that. I'm gonna spray one of my pear trees. My pear trees always, because I got a lot of cedar trees in this area, they always get that rust. Well, the ones that mainly gets it is the kefir pear. It'll get it, and then pineapple pear. They get it. But I got a variety now that's supposed to be the tank, so I don't want to see it get it. Oh, they've been spraying to get rid of side of the road black plums. They don't get rid of. It's a lot of stuff that has changed from the time that I was a kid than it is now. Because when I was a kid, you seen fruit trees everywhere around here. Not only growing in the woods, but like at courthouses, churches, just the neighbor's yard. It was always fruit trees around. I mean, I remember climbing up in plum trees at the courthouse and sitting up there eating my belly full when I was a kid. And now you don't see, you'll see more evergreen trees here than you do fruit trees. Like in my neighborhood, I see a few people that got trees and a few people that actually even got chickens, but not as many as you would see like 10 years ago. David Core with the crop, King David, what we call it. What's going on, man? I've been thinking about guerrilla gardening. The city's crazy here, getting all of all. Yeah, you got to get them groceries, man. Got to get them groceries. The times we live in, the price of stuff now, eggs here, a dozen of eggs here is almost $9 a dozen. Almost $9 a dozen. That's crazy. But it's still half country here, so in the summertime, it's a lot of people at my job that has chickens. It's a lot of people at my job that has farm animals, and we can actually buy from them for a little bit of nothing. Like a dozen eggs last year was going for like $1, $2 at work. But you know, one thing I noticed, most people can't stand fresh eggs or fresh meat. It's like it's gamey. It tastes gamey taste. It's not really gamey taste. That's really nutrients that you don't really get from the stuff we buy from the store. You don't get them good nutrients that you would from something that's like a fresh chicken or venison, fresh venison you just harvest, or fresh fish. Most people can't eat fresh fish. They eat Captain D's all day long, but they can't eat fresh fish when you just go straight out and catch it. They can't eat it like that. Yeah, so them chemicals. It's like, years and years and years ago, we used to be able to drink milk straight from the cow. Now, if we do that, it makes us sick because we've been so used to drinking this milk from that we get from the stores. I've seen, most people say pork and all that stuff is bad for you, and it says in the Bible, yeah, it does. But like I said, most of my family they raise hogs from up until most of the older generation died off. They ate hogs and they used it for everything. We used to have salt houses, used to make fresh crackling uh, pits. They always had big pits in the ground that they smoked the hogs, and the whole family came over. And a lot of those people lived to be in their hundreds, 100 years old. They didn't die off like in the 50s when they were 50 something, or late 40s or early 60s. They didn't die off like that. They didn't unalive like that. And they ate all of this stuff that they tell us not to eat. And they cook with lard. They made fresh cracklings. They was always out in the sun. We always hunted. We always fished. So tilapia in the individual wraps is chemicals. Ain't tilapia? Ain't that It's like a man-made fish, right? Didn't they make that fish? Some of these people still eating wild hogs. Wild hogs will be better than hogs that people actually raise. And our hogs, we fed them slop most of the time. We call it slop, all leftovers. And I noticed they put onions off in there, and the hog would not eat that onion. They would eat everything around that in that slop bucket, but they wouldn't eat that onion. No, they don't process them. They don't process them the way our grandparents did. No, they don't. And they pack them. They pack them in salt all the time, but the salt ain't even the same they used to use back then. Even the salt is different from what it used to be. The flour is different from what it used to be. The meal is different from what it used to be. Nothing is the same. And then they wonder why we catch stuff like cancer. People catch cancer. It's so much cancer that's running rapid. High blood pressure, sugar, all of that. I don't know if I told this before, but my grandmama actually had lung cancer and never did chemo treatment or chemo or none of that. And she didn't die from it. She died from a blood clot that rushed from her leg to her heart and it killed her. That's what she died from. And she had sugar. And she started taking these pills. And it seemed like to me she got worse with the pills. Oh, they farm raised. Okay. I didn't know because I heard some people say they were man made. I never ate tilapia. So yeah, they had smokehouses. Everybody has smokehouses. You know, it's crazy because nowadays they don't even want you to have smokehouses. They don't even want you to have roosters or chickens. Grocery stores, yep. Slop buckets you get from grocery stores. Family members used to say they slop buckets for you. Everybody helped in the garden. There was a lot of U-pick places when we grew up. Because I remember time they would take all of because there was a bunch of us grandkids. I'm telling you, there was a bunch of us. And they would take us all and give us baskets and they would sit in the car and y'all go on out there and pick. And we'll go out there and we'll pick whatever was in season then. It was either strawberries or blueberries or apples. We went and picked them and we brought them back. They would take us all fishing. That's when we still had the cane pole. And we'd be all out there fishing. And then we'll have a big old fish fry. And it was fun times, man. It was different times, but funner times. Life was a lot simpler. But man, we ate good. We had fun. Watermelon patches, yeah. Watermelon patches. It I think we got to a place where we wanted to rush. Everything's a rush. We want stuff when we want it right then. We want fast food right then. We want to eat right then instead of just going in there cooking something. We can't have chickens but no roosters because of the crowing. Yeah. Well, they tell us that, and then we got neighbors that's fighting all the time, or we got neighbors with dogs that's barking like crazy at 5 and 6 o'clock all night long. But they don't want a rooster that crows 3 or 4 times throughout the day. It's crazy. Some of the roosters is mean, man. I know I've said this 2 or 3 times, but my aunt Bessie, she had a rooster. Man, this thing was mean. This rooster was mean. He was territorial. Every time you go around him, he'll come at you. He'll come after you, boy. I didn't like that rooster at all. I was so glad when they made him out of dumplings. It was unreal. The convenience, yep. That's like microwaves and air fryers and stuff like that. They really not good for us, but they convenient. Oh, 3 of them, man. Might be time for him to go in a frying pan. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to get back to. Simpler time. We can just grow our own food, raise our own little livestock, and it's looking like the way prices and everything is, we ain't got no other choice. We're gonna have to start doing something. If you got a family member that got a lot of land that's not doing nothing with it, watch and help them. Help them raise a garden. Help them build them a chicken coop. That's what we're gonna have to start doing, like they used to do back in the old days, man. Because in my time when I was a kid, everybody family had a little spot of land where everybody went to in the summertime and helped out, and they helped raise animals, and they helped raise the food. They helped grow the food, and we all shared. Yeah, the processed foods are the worst. Hard for me to drive by Popeyes or Krispy Kreme. Yep. Now, I've done a lot more cooking. I mean, that's one thing I'm so glad I learned growing up from my grandmom and my mom is how to cook. We'll never see those days again. Probably not. Because people just ain't built the same way they used to. People don't like working for good food. They want to go to a grocery store, and if you look at some of the numbers on the fruit and vegetables at some of these grocery stores, most of the time you can't even find organic fruits at some of these stores and vegetables. They always stuff that you don't want to put in your body. No, we don't. People hate more. People hate more than they do love. I mean, it's crazy just to see the way people are. I mean, you can just go in some of these lives, man. I was at work in the office. It was a slow day. When I'm usually got my headphones on, even from outside the office working, I got my headphones on and I'm listening. Or I scroll through go through somebody live and I just put my phone in the office and I put my headphones on and I just listen. But today I was a slow day, so I was actually in the office watching, and I was just scrolling through live streams, man. And it was this one guy up there doing some workouts, and then just people in the chat just calling him gay and calling him the N word, and it's just crazy. People harvest so much hate in their heart these days for people they don't even know. It's unreal. We don't live in the same times like it used to be. It's like people have no compassion anymore. And a lot of people's for sale. People don't care about each other no more. Yeah, even some of your own family ain't even for you no more. It's crazy. You know, it's sad because we all need each other. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are, where you from. When it boils down to it, we all need each other. We can't do nothing alone. Nothing alone. It takes people to live in this world. We can't do nothing alone. You can try all you want to, but you can't do everything by yourself. I mean, this guy at work was talking today. You know, when I was growing up, if we was out and we got into some trouble wherever we was at, we got our butt tore up. And then when we got home, we got our butt tore up again for being out there doing what we weren't supposed to be doing. Nowadays, you can't say something to somebody else's child if you see them doing something wrong, because it's gonna end up with something. And a lot of, when we grow, most time people my age, when we grow up, you was always yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am. That was just a sign. I still do it today. I still do that to today, right to today, and it can be somebody younger than me. I mean, it's just a sign of respect. I mean, I don't care. It's just a sign of respect. It's the way I was raised. Mary Grove, me 1964. What's going on? People don't have that same respect no more. You still like that? Yeah. It's really a crazy time we're living in. So I try to encourage anybody to grow something. It's like I take cuttings and stuff like that. I will see somebody at work and I'll give them some cuttings that's already rooted. If I think they ain't gonna root them, I'll root them for them and I give them to them. Look here you go. Put that in the ground. Go and grow something. And then they get excited by growing stuff when they get that first piece of fruit off of it. Then they hook. Because once you grow something and you taste that first thing off of it, oh man, that's amazing. You get hooked. And then once you start getting a lot of it, oh, you want to try something else. People hate it in California. Respect your elders, yeah. You better. When we was growing up, you didn't say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to one of your elders, boy. You gonna walk around with a fat lip. You gonna get backhand. It, and we need each other. Like I was saying, we need each other. Then Subway, even the daughter told the mother, "You ain't hear what I said, and you can't hear it." Man, if I would have done that to my parents growing up, I wouldn't have a tooth. I swear, wouldn't have a tooth left in your mouth. By the way, old dog, the fig in a paper bag, plastic bag with paper towel around the bottom really works for me. It really works for you. It'll work. It works. It works. It works good. Only thing I is taking that paper towel off. You tend to break some of them roots. Always are respectful. They will be doing their thing, but they will stop and let me pass. That's awesome. It's hard to find because around here it's not really like that. I use raw honey to stimulate roots. Yeah, I use the raw honey. I've used cinnamon. I got some root and hormone, the powder kind, but I think the honey works better than that. Backyard garden flow. How you doing? If you say yes, ma'am, they get mad. I'm not that. Oh, yeah. Some people do like that. I just tell them it's just a sign of respect. It's the way I was raised. I can't help it. It's hard to change an old dog. Oh, you plan on keep it in there? Yeah, it'll break down on it. It'll break down. And most people they try to take that paper towel off. It's like seeds. I've done seeds like that, and it's hard to get that paper towel off if you want to take it off and put it in the soil. Most people just try to pull it off and then they tear up the roots. I'll just tear around if it's stuck inside the paper towel, and I'll plant the whole thing. Just keep it moist until that paper towel breaks down the rest of the way. Yeah, it's amazing when you see young people show respect because you don't see that too much no more. I use molasses for my air layer. That's awesome. I know citrus trees, they love molasses. Water with molasses, man, they go crazy for that. One thing else I'm doing this year too that I've got out of doing is utilizing a lot more of the fish heads and stuff like that to make my own fertilizer and actually digging holes and putting them in holes around my fruit trees and feed them that way too. They don't want to be respected because they want to be doing something. That's true. That's true. I mean, and it's hard for you to say something to somebody else's, child, or because there's always going to be a problem. Molasses doesn't have raw honey have a molasses taste to it. It does. Honey does. To me, it tastes like it's got a little hint of molasses to it. I'm gonna have to try the molasses if that edible people can eat too. I got what I've been feeding me instead of these trees. I know most of the time the molasses that people use the powder kind. I made molasses for my sugar cane and I used it on my air layer. That's one thing I want to try. I don't know if I have enough growing time to actually get some good sugar cane though. I might have to grow them in containers. I've been saying this now and I know I ain't tripping. Yeah, honey does. The honey I get, it usually does have a little hint of molasses taste to it. I seen a 62-year-old woman with a BBL. What the man? It's wild. I seen old women. I say, oh, I'm elder women, elder than me, on some of these social medias, and they about as naked as some of these little young gals out there. I was like, man, what is this world coming to? It's crazy. I got to try again an air layer on my Barbados cherry tree. Miss T with the T. Thanks for coming. I haven't been successful with air layer. I've done it on my successful air layers on my figs, peaches. I tried it on my Mexican cream. I didn't get a good. It wasn't successful. I did one on the pink guava last year. It did all right. I think, but as far as the Mexican cream, I think it's when it was really hot and really dry, and I wasn't watering as good. So I'm thinking that's one reason why I didn't. And it was kind of late. It was kind of late in the summer, close to spring. I mean, close to fall. So I'm thinking that's maybe another reason. Might try it again, beginning of spring. For me, the figs, when I do my summer pruning, prune off the branches that I don't want to grow, because I only if they die back, I only let 3 or 4 good branches stay, and the rest I cut off. And if I found the green shoots, if I stick them into my containers, my container trees, because I always water them, and they got that kind of shade from the canopy of that tree, they usually root a lot faster and a lot better. But molasses and honey is two different things. Yeah, two different things. But it does taste like it got a little hint of molasses in it. Yeah. And I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm. I cannot stand these women that put all of this cakes and cakes of makeup on their face. It just weird to me. I'm gonna stick a cunt in the ground if I can get it to root. How's your cutting doing or growing what I eat? I ain't want to say it, but to me it just looks like I don't want to say it. But it looks like it's just weird. It's like they try to look like something else, and then they get these humongous lips. It's crazy. That's what I use. For me, to me, saying it, I get I get these totes that you can buy at Wally World any size you want. The ones I get is probably about that deep, and it got the top over it. I just put the sand in the bottom. I stick the figs in there, keep them misted down. I mist them down. I put that top over, and then you can put them on a heating mat if you want to, or you can put them in. I put mine in the south side window. I put that heating mat on if it's a overcast day or something like that. I keep that heating mat on it so it stay warm. They root pretty good like that. Hush. Most of them are doing well. A few hadn't took root shit, but they're living. I know scratch this. 12 inches of eyeshadow, eyelashes, with 13 inches nail, 14 inches curl. Yeah, it's crazy. But even the men, some of the men do some of them lace fronts now and fake hairspray on hair. Man, I had braids until I was like almost 30. And then they started going back farther and farther and farther. It's like, now, time to let it go. I mean, which I still grow hair. It's just a little thin on the top. But nah, it's time to let it go. I ain't finna paint my head and you be out in the hot sun and then stuff running all in your eyes. Look like a girl out there with all that mascara running in your eyes. Mm-mm. Yeah, I've seen some of them videos. Man, be bald headed. He go in there bald headed. He come back out with lots down to his back, the middle of his back. Arthur Williams. I bought 7 blueberry trees, but I am glad I've been putting them in the ground since I don't have a greenhouse. Do you think it's okay to put them outside? Depends on what zone you're in, but blueberries are pretty resilient. They pretty cold hardy. They actually need them chill hours. Yeah, they watch too much TV trying to be like those people. Yeah, it's a crazy world. Quit it. It's a crazy world we live in. Rose plum tree. Yeah, I got me a. No, I don't want to tell it because I'm gonna show it to the members. Yeah, I got me quite a few little things, but I'm gonna put them all in containers though. I'm planning on moving. That's my goal. And I don't want to have to dig them up too, especially when they just new like that, bare root. And the price of it, the trees and stuff, you can tell they don't want us to grow our own stuff. I seen fig trees now that's only like a foot and a half tall, and they freaking 90 and $120. You thought that was me barking? No, it's my dogs. We got 4 blueberry bushes this week. I tell you what, boy, them legends and pink lemonades and climax is starting to be my favorite blueberries. I like them ones growing out the box, guy. I don't think I can grow them in myself. Well, yeah, he's in the ATL, so I ain't that far. I might can grow them, but I haven't found none. I got 18. I don't need no more, but I might get some more now. Yeah, mine do too. In the fall, I'm gonna try that soil amendment too when just like he did when once I moved to the new place. I'll probably do them little, what's the names like he them little raised bed like areas like he got too. Yeah, put them all like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do them like that, but I don't really want to grow them together like I've been growing them now. Kind of want to grow them in, so I'll probably have to do it like that because the fruit trees ain't gonna want to be in that acidic soil like that. So yeah, I probably will do them like that. You from Memphis? Not far away. Thought you say you from Memphis. Oh yeah, you in Memphis. No, the one grows Burley, not Winterfall. Oh, for real? What kind is that? You'll have a lot of blueberries. Yeah, I seen all your blueberries. Not too far from you. Memphis like an hour away from you. Yeah, like an hour. Oh, maybe an hour and a half. Oh, that's the name of them. I ain't never heard of it. Oh, screenshot that. That's just 20 or 10 bucks. I mean, that's cheap. I think as far as blueberry varieties, I got if I can remember some of them. I can't remember them all. All the labels, a lot of the labels is gone. A lot of them old. I got Legend. I got Powder Blue, Tougher Blue, Climax, Pink Lemonade. One that starts with an O. I got a Duke. Can't remember the name of the rest of them. I think my Golden Plum ain't gonna make it, so I'm probably gonna have to get another one. Good night, Miss Linda. I appreciate you coming. Orange store in Dallas had blueberry bushes for $12.98. Ozark or O'Neill. Oh, this one is Ochi. Ochi. Oh, I forgot how you pronounce it. But I got this one at my local flea market. In my local flea market, I don't know if y'all local flea market. My local flea market have a lot of nurseries that's around here in the surrounding counties that they bring their trees and stuff, blueberry bushes, fig trees, and stuff like that, and they're pretty cheap. It's like the golden plum I got from there last year. I paid $12 for it. Them two blueberries that I can't pronounce it. Ochi, I forgot Ocha. I forgot how you say it. But I got two of them for I think I only paid $20 for both of them. One of them, the deer ate, and I had them up there in that old spot. But they grow good. As far as my biggest producers is usually the Premier, the Duke, Climax, and Pink Lemonade. Them was ones that usually produce the most. And the tougher blue. I pulled two plums today that ain't make it. I don't think my golden plum make it. I need to do the scratch test on it. My low quads, the leaves burnt like crazy, but they still going strong so far. Knock on wood. What do you use on your plum trees for spray? I'm talking weed. Me, I spray either dormant oil or horizontal oil right after all the trees lose their leaves. I'll spray my pear trees, my plum trees, my apple trees with that. Then I'll come back with a fungicide, which is usually copper fungicide on my plum trees, because for the rust. Pear trees, not plum trees, I mean pear trees, uh, peach trees, grapevines, and apple trees. I need to spray again. And you spray before they bud out, spray before the first rain after they bud out. I'll spray again that fungicide on my pear and my apple. That's what I usually have the problem with, that pseudo rust. Need more smells worse than 511. I had waited too late. I bought two little blueberry bushes from Tractor Supply last week. Hello Darling. That's the one I was talking about, growing out the box guy that I want. That Hello Darling. I think that's what it was. Hello Darling. Bonnie fruit tree spray. I used that before. I'm not using copper fungicides this year. I'm using Miss Patty. Hey, don't forget, I'm having a members only Sunday at 1:30 my time with Central Time, and it's gonna be I'm gonna be giving away some shirts and a couple cash out giveaway. I think it's Immune X or something like that. It's supposed to be good for prevention and treatment uh, fungus. So I'm gonna try that this year on my pears. Oh, they won't do well where I'm at. That's why I can't find none down here, because they don't do well here. And I found that too. I used to buy the low bush blueberries, and I never had no good luck with them at all. Rabbit eye and half eyes is what really does good for me. I'm glad you told me that, because I was sure looking for one. With legacy, I got a legacy. Yeah, and I want to remember some of the new stuff that I got this year so far that we're gonna be planting. Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming. listen to old boy rap. I'm gonna let y'all hear my Tennessee anthem that I wrote again, and we're gonna get on up out of here.
From the street, hands up, right out. From the city, dump dog, holding down your mouth. West like Tennessee heat, oh, blowing out your cheeks, smoking Mountain Views, Music City dreams. It's that backwoods trap with a country theme. Tennessee, hands up, right out. With O's on the field, Titans going lights out. Boots in the dirt, but we still stage fly. Country hard with that hip-hop vibe. Country hard with that hip-hop vibe. Full nation, tighten out. Low nation, tight Tennessee heat. Ooh, that's that Tennessee heat. Oh, dog blowing out your Jeep. Smoky Mountain Views, Music City dreams. It's that backwoods track with a country thing. Oh, Tennessee, hands up, ride up.
I wasn't even the whole time. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Let's start it over. It didn't even start from the beginning.
Hey, yo, yeah. Old dog in the building, Tennessee, stand up. Full nation, Titans perched already. Rocky Top, rockin' Broadway lit. Tennessee ride, let's go. Let's go. Hey, no. Born in the hills where the rivers run deep. Moonshine cold, but the grind don't sleep. A dog riding through that 86.5. Orange and white in a kneeling vibe. Big bass knocking on a back road ride. Got my boots in the mud, but my drip so fly. Nashville nights, we don't know last call. A dog running plays like we running that ball. From the smokies to the city, we stay turned up. If you reppin' Tennessee, throw the T's up. Red cups up, let's toast to the South. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. Tennessee, hands up, ride out. Foes on the field, Titans going lights out. Boots in the dirt, but we still say South. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. Dog in the truck, got the subwoofers bumping. Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry trucking. Preds on the ice, whole squad stay wild. We don't back down, that's a southern lifestyle. The uptown stunning, Jack on the rocks. Bonnaroo buzzing, beats don't stop. Banjo strumming with an 808 kick. This that Tennessee wave, better hop on quick. Who run it? Tennessee. Who won it? Tennessee. From the hills to the field, we real can't chill. Oh, dog on go, what's the deal? Tennessee, hands up, ride out. Foes on the field, Titans going lights out. Boots in the dirt, but we still say South. If you ain't bout that life, better close your mouth. It's the Tennessee heat. Oh, dog booming out your Jeep. Smoky Mountain Views, Music City dreams. This that backwoods trap with a country theme. Oh, dog, Tennessee. Country rap banger. Ball name, time out. Smashville. Smashville.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot of music like that and just generating it with other things. I've been writing a lot of music because I was getting hit with a lot of limited ad revenue for singing. So I started, that's what I used to do when I was growing up. I used to write a lot of music. And so I'm starting to get back into doing some of that and incorporating into some of this. I've written a lot over the last few weeks and months. Let y'all hear this gospel and tell me what y'all think about this.
That light my way. He gon' light my way. Can't no darkness stay. Chains fall off when I call his name. Storms may rise, but they gotta obey. Most high step in, make the enemy fade. Oh, he gon' light my way. Oh, he gon' light my way. No more fear, no more pain. Most high, you light my way. They try to break me, they try to stop me. Devil been lurking, but he can't drop me. Favor too strong, got that shit on my soul. I was drowning in the deep, but my God made me whole. Ain't no weapon formed that can stand in my lane. I walk with the king, got that fire in my veins. I was blind, now I see. I was bound, now I'm free. When the darkness comes close, I just fall to my knees. He gon' light my way, can't no darkness stay. Chains fall off when I call his name. Storms may rise, but they gotta obey. Most high step in, make the enemy fade. Oh, he gon' light my way. Yeah, he gon' light my way. No more fear. no more pain, most high, you light my way. Yeah, fire in my spirit, yeah, I shine so bright. When I step into battle, I don't fight my fight. I got angels with me, got his word in my bones. And when I speak that truth, watch the darkness get gone. Try to take me out, but the Lord stood tall. Every time I fell, he said, son, just call. I don't walk in defeat, I don't bow to the grave. I was lost in the dark, now I'm saved by grace. Step by step, Lord, you guided me through. Even in the fire, I come out brand new. I was lost, I was weak, now I rise in your name. Ain't no fear in my soul, you done broke them chains. He gon' light my way, can't no darkness stay. Chains fall off when I call his name. Storms may rise, but they gotta obey. Most high step in, make the enemy fade. Oh, he gon' light my way. Yeah, he gon' light my way. No more fear, no more pain. Most high, you light my way. He gon' light my way. He gon' light my way. He gon' light my way.
This is like a little clip. I'm still working on my verdict, and I still ain't got good at that.
Yeah, we rise, yeah, we grind. Rocky top strong till the day we die. Keep it real, keep it tough, let's get strong. Get my way, can't no see the fight like us. Chains fall off when I call his name. Storms may rise, but they got no pain. Most high step in, make the enemy fade. Oh, he gon' light my way. Still walk tall like a Tennessee king. Lights and these are bones in the standstill. We don't fall, no, we make that stand.
I messed that up.
Yeah, we rise, yeah, we grind. Rocky top strong till the day we die. Keep it real, keep it tough, let's get strong in my cup. They ain't never seen a fight like us. Came from the backwoods, came from the sticks. Raised on hard work, man, I don't quit. Got scars on my knuckles, dirt on my jeans. Still walk tall like a Tennessee king. Lights and these are bones in the standstill. We don't fall, no, we make that stand. Had to scrape that plate, had to earn my way. Now we shine like a Friday night game. Let's go! Got it out for Tennessee mud. Blue stay dirty, but my name stay up. Blood, sweat, prayers in the land I love. Ain't no quitting when the times get tough. Yeah, we rise, yeah, we grind. Rocky top strong till the day we die. Keep it real, keep it tough, let's get strong in my cup. They ain't never seen a fight like us. Let's go! Bring it back, let me sing it. Bring it back, get it singing. Tires spin, but I ain't stuck. Got dreams too big, gotta drive like a truck. From the bottom to the top, gotta earn that win. Built this life with my own two hands. Some lost their way, some fell behind. I kept pushing with fire inside. Tennessee soul, Tennessee pride. I ain't never gonna lose that fight. Oh. Hands up high if you know that grind. If you got it out the mud, let them see that pride. From the holler to the city, man, we all came up. They ain't never seen a fight like us. Got it out, the Tennessee mud. Boots stay dirty, but my name stay up. Blood, sweat, prayers in the land I love. Ain't no quitting when the times get tough. Yeah, we rise, yeah, we grind. Rocky top strong till the day we die. Keep it real, keep it tough, let's get strong in my cup. They ain't never seen a fight like us. Oh, bring it back, get them singing. Bring it back, get them singing. Bring it back, get them singing. Bring it back, get them singing.
I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate y'all coming out. Like I said, Miss Patty, the members We'll be having a members live. I need to start doing that a lot more. We'll be having a members live Sunday at 1:30 Central, my time. And I'll be giving away some members only t-shirts and a couple cash out giveaway. And I'll be showing y'all some of the new trees that I got in. So I hope y'all have a blessed night. I hope y'all enjoy the live. I always enjoy coming on here talking to y'all. It's always a pleasure. And like I always say, if God be for you, who can be against you? If God be with you, whom shall you fear? If no one knows you, still his heart adores you. You are safe. You are loved. You are healed. Yes, you are. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a good rest of the night and a good weekend.